on your wrist, a plain Jane.
You're tuned in to Jane, the plainest Jane. Be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and let's get into it. I'm your girl, the plainest Jane, and let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right now. This will be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. Yes, indeed, you know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And today we are honing in on some craziness. T.I. is caught up in some mess, and all this stuff is alleged and according to reports, obviously. Let's get right into it. I hope you're having a good day. I know I got a couple of new subscribers. I hope you're feeling all right. Hopefully you've had time to tackle your invisible problems, because truth be told, you ain't got no business dibbling and dabbling in celebrity business unless you've tackled your own mental and spiritual warfare. So be sure to check in on yourself. And I know I got a lot of new subscribers. I just want to say thank you. I really do appreciate you coming through. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this stream may not help you kick back and decompress. And I just want to give the biggest trigger warning ever, because these allegations in this video are so heavy, and there's a lot of receipts. There's a lot of receipts that we need to go through. So go ahead and hit thumbs up. Go ahead and share the stream and grab your pearls, because you will be clutching them. Again, all things stated in this video are alleged and according to reports, and there is a full copyright disclaimer in full effect. But before I get into breaking down today's topics and viral events, be sure to subscribe and thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. But just make sure you think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. Now, I'm just going to hop right into the receipts, because there's nothing else I can really put around these receipts, because they're so long, they're so lengthy, they're so detailed that truthfully, they speak for themselves. So I'm going to just go ahead and start clicking on this stuff, and we're just going to go ahead and read together. And hopefully y'all appreciate this, because it took me a while to get all of these receipts up here on here, big enough, zoomed in, so that we can see them and y'all wouldn't have to squint at the screen. So this first person with the sexual assault and drugging allegations, because not only do we have sexual assault allegations being connected to T.I. and Tiny Harris, they're saying that they were allegedly drugged as well, some of these women that are coming forward. So this one says, "Hi, I'm scared to speak my truth. I met them at 20. Was kind of flattered they wanted me, but it was Tiny who sent someone to me. They had so many drugs. I took it like a jackass, and they wouldn't stop. I witnessed her have sex with other celebrity women, all ages. I watched him beat her. They throw money to keep you quiet. After he threw with them," and let's see, the next one says, "to keep you quiet after she wants you." After he is through, I'm sorry, this person really wasn't writing in the most coherent way, but at the same time, they're not really describing anything that's pleasant, so I can't really blame them. To keep you quiet after he's through with you. She wants him to herself. I'm convinced she doesn't like to have sex with him. Everybody around thinks it's normal. The porn, the sex, the toys, the drugs and alcohol, underage. I've literally warned younger girls to run before they enter. The devil is definitely present in those orgies. The goal is to suck the innocence out of you. To see him so protective over her, wow, over his daughter sickens me, because he will destroy. I left never being the same. My connection with God allowed me to escape and stay aware no matter how high I got. It was hundreds of us. It's disgusting. Here's another person with a whole new allegation. This was a really long one, so I split it in half. So it was one screenshot, but I wanted it to be big enough for us to be able to see. So this person says, "Fun fact, I met T.I. at almost 16 years ago, next month here in Colorado for the All-Star Weekend. We ended up lost backstage at the free concert he gave at Nike Town. VIP and the stage were upstairs and the crowd was downstairs. This was my B-Day weekend. I was 16. My best friend was 15. We were pressured for sex, to take drugs, and even with him and his team knowing we were underage. Why didn't we ever say anything? Because we were young, underage. You were a superstar dropping in our little town. We weren't supposed to be there, so we internalized it as it was our fault." Oh, wow. So she goes on to say, "No, we didn't do the drugs, nor did we stay around to get raped. We were smart and got away. But Tiny, you shouldn't speak for a man whose actions have destroyed and harmed so many. Thank you, the Glam University, for speaking up for the ones who never had a voice to speak up about this man, and for those who didn't even realize we were victimized. I met a few celebrities over the years, and I've been almost raped by them or their team regularly. I'm glad that we are no longer idolizing these men and calling them out for who they are. Sorry, but I will always stand for what's right, and I stand with my sisters. So the next one says, as a business owner who started this company with the idea that we wanted to help and aid women's health and mental state of mind, we're very aware of the past traumas that men have placed on women. We are a healing company. We thrive on healing that includes our own. If you or anyone has suffered from anything trauma, please DM us, and we have established a team to direct women to the right resources. Nothing is too small or off the wall for us to help you with. We women stand together. And it really seems as though after the Glam University went ahead and released that, so many women have come. So let's just continue to get into more of these stories. This one says, I commend you for speaking out. They're just trying to shoot the messenger because it's you. Truth be told, we need a surviving Tip and Tiny. Lots of dancers, etc. All of Atlanta will be there. They damaged a lot of people. And the other person says, I know. That's why I'm opening up the floor to discussion. It says, with them too, and they were going to cancel my plane ticket if I didn't do Molly. And Tiny was the one that always called me. So she's the ringleader. She's a worse abuser than Tip. I also woke up one morning next to their friends they travel with, but I don't have a memory of it. But I was naked on my back. My God, I was naked on my back. And when I put my head up, I was between his friend and the friend's wife. So they passed me off to them at some point in the night. Oh, and I've seen Tiny do coke and take Molly. She's the worst out of the two, if you ask me. I hope they get into legal trouble. The other person says, that's crazy you said that because that's the basis of the documentary. So wait a minute. There's a documentary on like a real surviving T.I. and Tiny? My goodness. Okay. There's so many men out there that are abusers and manipulators, but none have a female co-conspirator. Oh, okay. But yeah, when I was around them for about 2 years, I've seen it all. Wow, are you traumatized by it? This person says, and it says, I knew it was eventually going to happen, and I'm honestly glad you're doing it. I've witnessed so much. I've witnessed so much crazy stuff and things that have scarred me. I have neurological issues from the heavy Molly use while around them. Wow. Will you interview for the documentary? It's all with no faces. Okay, so apparently there is, I don't know if this documentary is specific for T.I. and Tiny, but it's definitely circled around victims of sexual abuse. And apparently it's going to be faceless so that people can come up and speak and give their interviews. So this is something else. So the person says, what you're doing will save someone's life. And then they say, yes, I can't ever let them find out it was me. When I tell you we're not even halfway through with these receipts, I'm not lying. We're not even halfway through. I got a lot of receipts here from and who knows how credible they are, right? All these things are alleged in accordance to reports. I wasn't around. I don't know Tiny. I don't know these accusers. I just know what they're saying. And this is what we have here. Okay, so up next we have screenshots that say, I'll keep you a secret. Okay, so now we have, he referred to the girls as his cattle. And all of this is on the back of T.I. being accused of holding a gun to a woman's head 2 days ago. We seen that hit the blogs, these allegations of him holding a gun to a woman's head in front of her kids or in front of some kids. And then Tiny came out and defended him and said what she said. And now we have this mess. So truth be told, let me know how you feel about it down below in the comments. What do you think is going on? I do feel like there's a lot of people that are about to come out the woodworks and say that there's a whole smear campaign going on surrounding T.I. They're going to say, oh, he must have been trying to buy something, because it's real ironic that all these people are coming out the work with all of these assault allegations. The one was physical assault, and this is sexual assault and drugging. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the narrative that Snoop Dogg and others stick by, but let me know what you think. Let's get into the rest of these receipts. Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news. All right, so let's get into these receipts. And again, thank you so much for hitting thumbs up. It means so much. Somebody dropped something in my Cash App earlier today, $5. I appreciate that. Someone dropped a $10 super chat earlier in the stream, and I really appreciate that. And some people hit thumbs up, and I appreciate all of it the damn same. So let's see. He referred to the girls as cattle. Someone says, I have so many stories. Whenever you need me, let me know. This next one is so long. So this girl says, thank you for giving me the strength. Okay, I was born in Jamaica. I grew up in Brooklyn, East New York. In 2006, I was 23. My cousin blank bought a mansion in Atlanta. I was supposed to move in with her, but I didn't. In 2011, I was 28, decided it's time I moved to Atlanta with my cousin. Just so happens that Tiny and T.I. lived a couple houses over. Back then, I was known as blank working name. I was an escort / stripper. 2013, when I was 30, I met T.I. He invited me to a party with him and his wife for payment. We sniffed and had a good time. And when we met T.I., he seemed to be enjoying each other's company. But Tiny got jealous, hit me, and told me I was disrespecting her because T.I. was enjoying me too much. When I was defending myself against her, T.I. jumped in and punched me in my face and choked me out. When I threatened to tell because I was young and stupid, I told too much of my business, it was used against me. I was told, if you tell, B, we know people. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. This is pretty crazy. Defending myself, and when I was threatened, I was told, we know people, you and whoever in your family will be deported, because I had no papers. At the time, I was an immigrant. And after that, I returned to my cousin's house. I packed my shit and I left Atlanta and never spoke to my cousin again because I was afraid to tell anyone that I came back to New York or that I changed my life, and just pretended it never happened. Like, who's going to believe me that I had a threesome with T.I. and Tiny and was too high and somebody got jealous and attacked me. And when I defended myself, T.I. jumped in and helped her attack me. And then I was threatened to the point where I was in fear. So I left Atlanta and I never looked back. P.S. My cousin still lives near them. Wow. Wow. This is outrageous. So the next receipt says, yeah, it's true. Years ago, T.I. and Tiny kicked in my next door neighbor's door and beat and kidnapped her husband. We found her kids in the closet. The police called. We gave a statement that stated his name and a guy that was from the apartment's name. Quick. It was like 3:00 in the evening. So we could see him clear as day. These people still suffer to this day. Oh my goodness gracious. You can post my DM. I'm not afraid. It's the truth. I don't know what he gave them. They left for a few months and came back and moved again. She returned at least 3 times before she never did. So then the person on this page states, I was speaking about my own experience and I didn't know it would open up this level of pain and how much they have done to our community. Okay, so the next receipt says, connection, and God allowed me to escape and stay aware no matter how high I got. And it was hundreds of us. It's disgusting. And the network was supporting the family hustle, has a modern day R. Kelly situation going on. And the person responding says, I'm so sorry this happens to you. I'm praying for your healing. I'm currently getting a therapist for all the victims. And then the person goes on to say, it really fucked me up for a few years. The images, the way I was supposed to be treated, I guess my luck, he ended up fighting her. They need to be exposed as they sit in their big homes and ruin lives. So let me just go ahead and remove my banner so we can see the very end of this one. They raped girls with toys. So, okay, now let's get to the next one to see the rest. Okay, so it says they raped girls. These are some crazy allegations. Again, I gave the biggest trigger warning I could give. They raped girls with toys so they couldn't keep their heads up. I say fucking dead bodies. How it seemed, Jesus. Yeah. All right. So, okay, so let's start this sentence over again because now we have more. Yeah, because they just bring up the term dead bodies. So it says, okay, they raped girls with toys so high they couldn't keep their heads up. Okay, so the girls were so high they couldn't keep their heads up and they were violating the girls with toys allegedly. And they were so high that apparently they were extremely unconscious to the point where they were like a corpse. Not saying everybody was a victim, but they knew young girls were starstruck. This makes me want to throw up. I'm so proud of you. And so the person says, what do you mean dead bodies? The girls were so high, it seemed that they were dead, limp out of their bodies. Whew, 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 whew. My goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, when was this? They say, and then the person says it lasted a couple years ago, at least 2013, and ongoing. I saw Tiny have sex with his friends. The person says, you aren't lying. This is very true. The person then says, suitcases full of sex toys and weird demands. Then we have trauma bonding. And this is something that I saw within the slides, like in between the different stories. And I do find it to be really important because unfortunately, when you have young girls or, really young people, anyone's, can be subjected to this, but you especially see this with the young women who ended up being victims or survivors of R. Kelly. When you are used to so much trauma or whatever's going on in your childhood or your home life, things that aren't addressed, you end up when trauma is one of the main consistent variables in your life, it becomes normal to you and you learn how to operate under that. And there is a such thing as trauma bonding where you connect to people over what is your most frequent or comfortable pastime. And unfortunately, people subconsciously get comfortable with all the dysfunction in their life to they're almost not even normal unless there are problems to that level feeding them in the same. So let's talk about the definition of trauma bonding. So typically a narcissist manipulates an enabler through alternating abuse and special treatment. The enabler falls into a pattern of avoiding attack, also seeking rewards such as affection, praise, sex, or money. In this dynamic, the enabler experiences trauma bonding with the abusive narcissist, becoming emotionally and physically addicted to the roller coaster of positive and negative reinforcement. So if you're used to being talked to like crap, subconsciously, it's normal for you to be in a relationship, even if it's a friendship where they talk to you like crap, because it's what you're used to. You might not even be used to people talking to you nice. Have you ever been around someone who can't even accept a compliment? They're not used to kind words. So let's just get into the rest of these receipts, okay? This person says, I'm writing you from a fake page because I don't want my friend to be upset with me, but I know for a fact that you're telling the truth. I lived in Atlanta from 2017 to January 2019, and I moved there with a friend who was on the scene. She met T.I. and Tiny out at a club one night, and they wanted her to come to spend time with them for free. So, of course, she did it. They forced her to do coke and to take Molly's, and they tried to have a threesome. Tiny would do most of the talking. She was very upfront and kind of rude. Something ended up going wrong, and my friend got into it with them. They threatened to kill her if she ever spoke about it. She still lives in Atlanta now, so I would never want to put her in danger. But everybody can't be telling the same lie. What I really want to know is, do you believe these allegations? I mean, every day we wake up to a brand new set of allegations, abuse, whether it be sexual, verbal, physical, whatever the case is. We've seen that guy from the Seahawks who has recently been, fired and let go for nearly killing that Black woman because she wouldn't bow down to him. So let me know what your thoughts are and your line of thinking when it comes to this story. Now we have one other receipt that we need to go ahead and get through. Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Angela Patterson, thank you so much. That definitely means a lot. Let me let you see my face so I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And then I also got Cash App from Andrea Gaines, and thank you so much. That means a lot. Okay, so this one says, wow, I knew something was off with him. Even though he's a fellow Libra, a reason I don't judge people because of zodiac sign, but I did a party for him a year ago in Atlanta, and it was like 8 of us. And instead of throwing the money in the air, he would tell us to turn around and smack us on the ass with the fresh, crispy ones, like he was throwing a baseball. We all had welts, and it was painful. No lie. I wanted to cry. I tapped out because at that point he was taking advantage. But I did have a homegirl who used to do threesomes with them. Either she loved the high life and shenanigans, but never spoke on the downside of them. So those were all those receipts. Wow. What do you think? It's a lot. And every time I see a new headline come across when I saw the allegations of him pulling a gun on a woman the other day, I was like, what? I mean, for me, T.I. is already somebody who has proved himself to be someone who you can't hold accountable and is a clear-cut misogynist. So it's not that I expect him to not be abusive. We've seen what he put his daughter through with Gate and everything, feeling entitled to invading her body and her privacy against HIPAA laws and stuff. So that's one thing, right? But these allegations are a lot. I see someone says, why are we acting like chicks that do three-ways are victims? And my question to you is, do you feel as though if you agree to have a three-way sexual situation that nothing can go wrong? So if you agree to have a threesome and something goes wrong or someone crosses the line, you aren't able to then do anything or be a victim? You mean to tell me that sexual assault only happens in a one-on-one sexual situation in your mind? That's a true question. Feel free to answer it down below. What I see is victim shaming. This whole situation is crazy. 2021 just will not stop. I don't know why people thought that 2021 was really going to be much different than 2020. But I can't catch a break. I can't catch a break with these types of headlines and being shocked and disgusted. And of course, not knowing if it's true. I can't say that this person is guilty or this person is telling the truth. All I can do is present what I see and handle it that way. But again, y'all be sure to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. And again, don't forget to check the description box, drop down below in them comments, and let me know how you feel about Surviving T.I. and Tiny is the latest surviving saga that we have. And let me know how you feel about this alleged documentary that it seems is in the works for these victims of sexual unfortunate situations, sexual assault, sexual abuse. So yeah, definitely let me know how you feel about all of those things. But listen, don't forget to check in on yourself, okay? Find some peace, do some things to grant yourself release, and remember to subscribe and thumbs up or down, either way, I appreciate it. But be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of this celebrity or real life stuff, because things are always sticky in Hollywood, and when there's a moldy ass orange running the country, or a moldy ass orange still running or having a temper tantrum because he ain't running the country no more. But I want y'all to stay beautiful, black, and blessed until the next time. And I'll see y'all later. But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there. But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.